Hi, my name is Mauri and my partner is Andy, and we're going to present how to analyze a poem. And here we have the general outline to analyze a poem. In the introduction, you will relate the poem's meaning to a common human experience. Also, you will introduce the title and author. In this part, you will put a little biography of the author's life. And finally, you will state your thesis, which is a small summary about the essay and what you will be talking about. To make a thesis, you need to make it so the reader gets interested in reading your essay. You will write down information about the poem, but not all of it. Then you will put the bodies. This is the paragraph. And first you will discuss the first key poetic element and then the second key poetic element. Both of these elements consist of figurative language, examples such as metaphors, alliteration, and such. And the third part, you will write down your conclusion. And here you will remind the readers about your thesis and you will write down your opinion about the author's poem. What did it mean to you? Did it change your attitude or did it remain the same?
Now we're going to show you which thinking map we think is the best so you can order your ideas to write down your essay. The best thinking map that we choose is the ball map because you can order your ideas in various circles and you will know which one is one. Now you're going to start with a circle in the middle. This circle in the middle, you will put the title of the poem that you're going to talk about and the author. Around the circle in the middle, you're going to start with another smaller circles with main ideas. These little circles connected to a big circle, you're going to put the main idea that you found on the poem. Also, this can be used to put a subtitle of a specific idea. If you're going to use them for a subtitle, you should put another circles around it. These circles inside are ideas referring to the subtitle, and this will have extra and specific ideas. In these circles, you can put any idea of the finding, anything relevant to a poem, and that is related.
Now we're going to tell you how to identify the figurative language and the key poetic elements. For someone to identify the figurative language, you need to know of what it consists. Most common terms are known as simile, that is comparison between two things using the words like or as. Metaphors, that is comparison of two things without using the words like or as. Hyperbole, that is exaggeration of things, making it unbelievable. Personification, that is giving human characteristics to non-living things. And alliteration, which is repetition of initial letters in a group of words. Poetry is made up of different elements. If each of them you may question yourself to understand it meaning. Title, the meaning behind it is it the first line of the poem? Is it related to the poem? Does it explain emotions? The imagery, it includes information from the other senses. Was he trying to make us feel how he felt by explaining the feeling? And the plot, what is the meaning of the poem? It is narrating an event from the narrator's life, or it's just made up? Is it fiction or non-fiction?
Now we're going to show you an example of the ball using a poem we choose. The poem's name is Anna Boleyn. You can see that in the middle we put a circle with the name of the poem and the author, Anna Boleyn by Edgar Allan Poe. Surrounding the middle circle, you can find another circles. These circles are used as subtitles and main ideas. You can see that in one circle it says it can relate to Edgar's dark life. This circle is something relevant to a poem explaining how the author felt while writing the poem. You can also see the figurative language and key poetic elements, such as the repetition. On the poem, the phrase "Oh Anna Boleyn" is repeated various times, and it is considered as a repetition. You can also see the hyperbole which is everyone got jealous of our love, which is physically and emotionally impossible.
Now in here we have an example of the outline. First you will put the introduction. In here you will gather your reader's attention. In here we have an example and we put, have you heard about Annabel Lee? And this sentence is used to grab the reader's attention. Then we have the author, Edgar Allan Poe. We are now explaining the author's life and giving facts about him. In this essay, we'll see how Edgar Allan Poe used the poem to express his love by identifying the key poetic elements and figurative language. The thesis statement that we use is showing the readers what are we going to show them in this essay. Then in body 1, we will use it to put the figurative language, simile, metaphor, and personifications. Then in the body 2, we'll use it to put symbols, which are persons, things, or places. And then in body 3, we'll use it to literary devices, which are rhyme, alliteration, and repetition of words. On these last 3 bodies that make up most of the essay, you will need to identify the key poetic elements and figurative language, utilizing the information we gave you about how to identify these elements. And finally, the conclusion. In here, you will let know the reader how you felt about the poem. Did it relate to an event in your life? Did it change you, or did you mention it on the essay conclusion?